So my week started out pretty chill. Did some makeup practice, and then I spent some time looking for new prints so I could have things to trace. But that didn't go as I hoped. Went to the gym, and then this is weird. Basically, I'm trying to add to one of my tattoos, so I had to trace my tattoo to size it so I can make sure the things that I'm trying to see if I can add to it will fit. It's Please, let's just keep going. Let's get to the meat of this video. So of course I went to the co-focus session, and during this session I journaled a few pages. My whole session was me journaling, and then I think I pulled a few cards. And then the quote of the day that was shared in the session literally aligned with everything I journaled. And we don't read the quote until after the session. So it just was so meant for me. I feel like it was so on time. And I just feel so moved by this. I'm still processing. So I'm going to share the quote. And also in this clip, I'm like laughing and singing because the lo-fi music that was being played, it was like lo-fi covers to popular songs. And it was just so funny to me. So yeah, let's get into it. This is the quote that was shared. And this is what I had to say about it.
This is so wild. This quote, mind you, the whole time I was pretty much just journaling. This this quote just took the last bit of edges I had after journaling. This entire thing about like guilt and like if it leads to change then it's useful, because it's been really difficult to admit to myself that a lot of the ways I feel behind in life are because of me and my own action or inaction. And I'm trying not to be hard on myself about it and not trying to like hold it as guilt because I want it to I want change to come from it. I don't just want to start feeling bad because it's like, oh my gosh, first of all, I've taken this long to admit it to myself because I think I knew it deep down, but it's hard to admit because I have to take so much responsibility for that truth. And so this is in direct alignment to the 2 pages of words that I just wrote. So yeah. But that's also how I know that this is right on time. Like this it's now. Like this is when I should be confronting this. And I'm thinking back to what you said about the relationship between guilt and shame because a lot of like the guilt that my parents wanted me to feel turned into shame when I felt like they were right. Because I haven't had a job in my field since I graduated in 2017, a part of me feels so much shame because it's like, she was right. She won't be right forever, but right now she's right. And that it feels embarrassing. I feel what you're saying because I love my degree. Like I learned so much in college. I learned things that I'm able to translate into other interests of mine. And I wouldn't know those things like video editing, podcast editing, just general production, being able to edit other people's stuff. I love doing that stuff and I learned that in college. And even though I haven't had like a lot of success with it yet, I'm still happy that I have those skills. So it's like she was right in a way. She was right in her way. But I'm gonna do right in my way.
Yeah, I ate that up. And I'm editing this late, so that was from last week. This is this week. December is so close. Anyway, I spent most of my time in this session. Tracing. Yeah, because I was trying to read. I was trying to pull some cards, but I just didn't feel connected to anything. So I was like, let me do something really low impact. And it worked out for me. I just felt really chill today. And I got to trace something that's very familiar to me. It's just something about this skull head that I keep coming back to it. And I just happened to place it where it would kind of merge with another small drawing that I did because I wanted to see what they looked like together. Because my favorite thing is to merge simple art to make it something complex, something different, something dynamic, and something personal to me. Remember that list of songs I've been working on? Yeah, I'm still working on it. I got the songs. I just got to figure out how to make it look cute on paper. And then in this next video, I'm doing like a color chart for my wellness checks. It'll be my daily wellness checks. And so I kind of get more into that in the next clip. Clearly, you can see I jumped out of bed to do this, but so I'm still working out logistics, but I was just inspired by a bullet journal video. This is not a bullet journal, but I was just inspired to get up and make a chart because I used to do weekly wellness checks years ago. But my life, everything was bad. It was no point. Like, I didn't need to check. I knew. But you know, I want to get back into the habit of doing this and just checking in daily because it feels necessary in this moment. And it's just something I desire to do to just keep up with myself. And what I immediately recognized is that when I first made this list, it was just the 5 items you see on the left. I had 4 negative emotions and 1 positive emotion. And negative emotions aren't bad, but it's just very telling and very informative that I had more negative things to list initially. So then I added the 2 on the side. And I'm glad that I was able to just be aware in the moment and catch that. So I haven't decided how I want to document my wellness checks because it used to be a bar graph, but I don't know. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to figure it out. But I wanted to start by simply color coding the emotions. So I don't know if this is a thing, but the other day I was listening to this song. I'll put it here. And it's my first time really listening to that song. And it's been on repeat for days now. And I posted something about how it satisfied my sound pleasure map. And I never heard that before. I never heard sound pleasure map. I just use words. I'm a wordsmith. So I just said it. And I was like, ooh, like, I like that. And then I was laying in bed watching the bullet journal video, and I was like, this is satisfying my visual pleasure map. And so I had to get up and write sound pleasure map, visual pleasure map, and then I added intellectual pleasure map because sometimes being in certain intellectual spaces or hearing certain information can inspire me, and I'd say that satisfies my intellectual pleasure map. So I'm just thinking about pleasure maps. It's probably not a new thing. I've never heard of it. I'm just a wordsmith. But it just made so much sense to call it a pleasure map because it's so many different. I like a range of music, and certain songs hit me in different ways for different reasons. And so it feels like a map. And it's like, ooh, this song fits here. Or like certain melodies I like, certain harmonies, certain repetitions in songs, certain like bass loops, and just, I don't know technical terms for music, but I know music. So yeah, I'm gonna find, and that's a whole nother thing. I have to figure out how I wanna, like, do I wanna just mark on my calendar? Do I wanna draw up a chart for these? Like, I don't know what I wanna do. But today I felt gray. Oh, y'all can't see this.